Site-directed mutagenesis is also referred to as oligonucleotide-directed mutagenesis, or it is referred to as protein engineering. Look at this 2-mark definition. Site-directed mutagenesis is the technique for generating amino acid coding changes in a DNA molecule or in the DNA, which you call it as gene. By this approach, specific change, that is site-directed change, you also call it as mutagenesis, can be made in the base, a single base or bases of the gene to produce a desired enzyme. That is why I have mentioned in 2 different colors, the red and blue. So site-directed mutagenesis is the technique for generating amino acid coding changes in DNA. By this approach, specific change can be made in the base of the gene to produce a desired enzyme. Okay, don't look into the left-hand side of the written portion. Now go into the right-hand side of the diagram, which I have put up on this slide. So if you go into the left-hand side, you will be feeling very difficult. So you can go into the right-hand side of the slide. So you have an vector system which you will use for this technique, that is site-directed mutagenesis. The M13 vector, it is a bacteriophage vector molecule. So M13 is a virus particle or a bacteriophage particle that has single-stranded DNA as its genetic material. I repeat, M13 vector is an bacteriophage vector or a viral vector that has single-stranded DNA as its genetic material. So if you look into the right-hand corner, on the top you have a circular molecule, which is an M13 DNA. And the molecule is single-stranded DNA. Ange there is an arrow which is mentioned as target DNA, which means you are going to bring about change in that particular site or in particular target. That is why it is called as target DNA. So the first portion of the diagram, and circular M13 DNA, where you have this target size DNA in which you're going to bring about changes, and this molecule is a single-stranded DNA molecule. So or target change pananum appadina, you require something called as oligonucleotide primer. Primer is a chemically synthesized molecule, and the molecule oda size evlo irukona 7 to 20 nucleotide length irukum. ATGC end combination la na add pannirpaanga, ana ethana bases irukonu paatha minimum 7 bases irukum, maximum 20 nucleotides, that is 20 bases irukka mari irukum. It is synthesized in a test tube artificially, that is why it is referred to as oligonucleotide primer. Since it is introduced in the laboratory condition, that is called as in vitro mutagenesis. Okay, so the first portion of the diagram, paranga mela irukkoodiya diagram, the right hand top corner, M13 DNA, target DNA, a single stranded molecule, synthesized oligonucleotide primer namba ipo introduce panna porom. Now come to the left hand side. The first point, in the technique of oligonucleotide-directed mutagenesis, the primer is a chemically synthesized oligonucleotide, 7 to 20 nucleotides long. It is complementary to a position of a gene around the site to be mutated, but it contains mismatch for the base to be mutated. For example, இப்போ நீங்க கிட்ட இருக்கக்கூடிய டார்கெட் சைட் பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா ATGC அப்படின்னு இருக்குன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. ATGC க்கு காம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பாத்தீங்கன்னா TACG தான் காம்ப்ளிமெண்டா வரும். இப்போ ஏக்கு T காம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் ஆகணும், அந்த T தூக்கிட்டு G இருக்கிற மாதிரி ஒரு நியூக்ளியோடைட சிந்தசைஸ் பண்றாங்கன்னா மேட்சிங் நடக்கும், ஆனா ஒரே ஒரு பாயிண்ட்ல மட்டும் மிஸ்மேட்ச் இருக்கும். So next round, first round விட்டுட்டு அடுத்த ரவுண்டுக்கு வாங்க, after oligonucleotide primer add பண்ண பிறகு, that is the second circle from the top. If you see, அங்க ஒரு இடத்துல I would have mentioned mismatch base. So இந்த target gene இருக்கு, அந்த targetல இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு பொசிஷன்ல mismatch ஆயிருக்கு gene, that is why it is called as in vitro, because வெளியில பண்றோம் and it is also called as site directed. அப்படின்னு ஏன் சொல்றேன்னா ஒரு single pointல mismatch பண்ணிருக்கோம். That is why it is called as oligonucleotide or site directed mutagenesis அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம். Then what happens? ஒரு டிஎன்ஏவை அட்டாச் பண்றோம் பிரைமர் அப்படின்னு சொன்னா என்ன ஆகும் அப்படின்னா ரெப்ளிகேஷன் நடக்கும். தட் இஸ் ஸ்ட்ராண்ட் சிந்தசைஸ் நடக்கணும். ஸ்ட்ராண்ட் ஃபார்ம் பண்ணோம் இல்லையா, டிஎன்ஏ பாலிமரேஸ் ஆட் பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா ஸ்ட்ராண்ட் சிந்தசைஸ் பண்ணோம். தட் இஸ் த தேர்ட் சர்க்கிள் இஃப் யூ கம். ஸோ ஒலிகோநியூக்ளியோடைட் பிரைமர் போட்ட பிறகு நீங்க யூஸ் பண்ணக்கூடிய என்சைம், அதுல என்ன என்சைம் ஆட் பண்ணுவீங்கன்னா டிஎன்ஏ பாலிமரேஸ். டிஎன்ஏ பாலிமரேஸ் இஸ் an enzyme that prepares or that makes copies of DNA. So DNA polymerize போடணும். DNA polymerase preferably cleanopolymerase அப்படின்ற ஒரு என்சைம் யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். KLENOW, cleanopolymerase. You just remember the word cleanopolymerase. DNA பாலிமரேஸ்ல இந்த வரக்கூடிய ஒரு பாலிமரேஸ் தான் கிளினோபாலிமரேஸ். அதனோட எக்ஸ்பிளனேஷன் ஜீன் குளோனிங் நடத்தும் போது I will tell you. So you just remember it is கிளினோபாலிமரேஸ். கிளினோபாலிமரேஸ் ஸ்ட்ராண்ட் சிந்தசைஸ் மட்டும் பண்ணாது, வேற எந்த ஆக்டிவிட்டியும் இருக்காது. சரியா? So DNA polymerase preferentially cleanopolymerase 4 DNTPs போடுவோம். DNTPs நீங்க அந்த டயகிராம்க்கு கீழே வந்தீங்க அப்படின்னாலே அதோட டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷன் இருக்கும். deoxyribonucleoside triphosphate DNTP. அந்த N என்ற இடத்துல நீ A போடலாம், which is ATP, T போடலாம் TTP, G போடலாம் GTP, C போடலாம் CTP. So 4 bases you have. That is why it is mentioned as 4 DNTPs அப்படின்னு மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்கோம். So deoxyribonucleoside triphosphate plus DNA ligase. ஏன்னா நீங்க சிந்தசைஸ் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கும்போது நிக்ஸ் இருக்கும், பிரேக்ஸ் இருக்கும், அதை ஜாயின் பண்ணக்கூடிய ஒரு என்சைம் இஸ் DNA ligase. So ஆரம்பத்துல இருந்து வாங்க அந்த டயகிராம். You have an M13 DNA, you have a target size, you are synthesizing oligonucleotide primer, you are attaching the oligonucleotide primer to the M13 molecule, and you're adding DNA polymerase, preferentially cleanopolymerase, DNTPs and DNA ligase. Go to the third diagram, third stage ku poning appadina double stranded DNA molecule form aayirkum. So newly synthesized DNA strand fulla synthesize aayirkum the second strand, and the strand fulla synthesis aayi nikka irundhathu appadina adha join pandradhukku you use an enzyme called as DNA ligase. So you have a double stranded DNA molecule now with a single base mismatch. So the diagram ku keela pathina or widening sharper portion mari irukum, and edathila mismatch nadandirukku. So you are having newly synthesized DNA strand. The next portion, the next stages, you have to transform it in a host cell. Inga neenga transformation enna kondu vara poringa appdin sonna you are using Escherichia coli cell to transform the DNA molecule. So a bacterial cell, of course, binary fission of replication, ஒரு செல் ரெண்டா போகும், ரெண்டு நாலா போகும், நாலு எட்டா போகும். That is how it divides. Okay, so double stranded DNA molecule, any replication if you see is semi conservative. அப்படின்னு என்ன அர்த்தம் அப்படின்னா ரெண்டு ஸ்ட்ராண்டும் பேரண்ட் ஸ்ட்ராண்டா ஆக்ட் பண்ணும். நடுவுல இருக்க ஸ்ட்ராண்ட்ல இருந்து ஒரு டிஎன்ஏ ரைஸ் ஆகும், அடுத்த ஸ்ட்ராண்ட்ல இருந்து இன்னொரு சீக்வென்ஸ் ரைஸ் ஆகும். சோ பேரண்டல் ஸ்ட்ராண்டா ரெண்டு ஸ்ட்ராண்டுமே யூஸ் பண்ணக்கூடியனால இட் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் செமி கான்சர்வேட்டிவ். கான்சர்வேட்டிவ் ரெப்ளிகேஷன் அப்படின்னா என்னன்னா ஒண்ணுத்துல இருந்து இன்னொன்னு அப்படியே உருவாகிறது, தனித்தனியா உருவாகாம டபுள் ஸ்ட்ராண்ட் அப்படியே டபுள் ஸ்ட்ராண்ட் ரைஸ் பண்ணுச்சுன்னா அது கான்சர்வேட்டிவ். ரெண்டு ஸ்ட்ராண்டுமே பேரண்டல் ஸ்ட்ராண்டா ஆக்ட் பண்ணக்கூடியனால இட் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் செமி கான்சர்வேட்டிவ் மெத்தட் ஆஃப் ரெப்ளிகேஷன். இதுல ஒரு ஜீன், அதாவது ஒரு சிங்கிள் ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் ஜீன் பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா வைல்டு டைப்பா இருக்கும். இன்னொரு பிராக்மெண்ட் டபுள் ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் டிஎன்ஏல இருக்கக்கூடிய இன்னொரு பிராக்மெண்ட் பாத்தீங்கன்னா மியூட்டன்ட் டைப்பா இருக்கும். ஏன்னா அங்கதான் நம்ம மிஸ்மேட்ச் பண்ணிருக்கோம். அதனால 50% வைல்டு டைப்பும் 50% மியூட்டன்ட் டைப் செல்ஸும் உங்களுக்கு உருவாகும். That is what is the left hand side diagram. So I repeat the diagram. Single stranded DNA, M13 target DNA, you're adding oligonucleotide primer in the presence of DNA polymerase and 4 DNTPs and DNA ligase. DNA polymerase preferentially cleanopolymerase, and the oligonucleotide primer is synthesized in such a way that it has a single mismatch base, so it is referred to as site directed mutagenesis. Now you are synthesizing a newly framed DNA strand by means of replication, then you are transforming it to an Escherichia coli cell, 50% of the cell that is generated is wild type and the 50% of the cell that is generated are mutant type cell. Now go to the second point in your left hand side. The starting material is a single stranded DNA carried in an M13 Phage vector. On mixing this DNA with the primer, the oligonucleotide hybridizes with the complementary sequence, except at the point of mismatched nucleotide. Hybridization is possible by mixing at low temperature with excess of primer. Or single primer synthesize பண்ண மாட்டீங்க, hundreds of primers synthesize பண்ணுவீங்க, and you will bring out this reaction in the presence of high salt concentration. I repeat the entire slide. In the technique of oligonucleotide directed mutagenesis, the primer is a chemically synthesized oligonucleotide which is 7 to 20 nucleotides long. It is complementary to a position of a gene around the site to be mutated, but it contains mismatch for the base to be mutated. The starting material is a single-stranded DNA carried in an M13 Phage vector. On mixing this DNA with primer, the oligonucleotide hybridizes with the complementary sequences, except at the point of mismatched nucleotide. Hybridization is possible by mixing at low temperature with excess of primer and in the presence of high salt concentration. So we will go to the next slide. Describe panna slide da idu. So in the point நம்ம அப்படியே பார்க்கலாம். By the addition of 4-deoxyribonucleoside triphosphate and DNA polymerase, usually clinofragment of E. coli DNA polymerase replication occurs. Thus, the oligonucleotide primer is extended to form a complementary strand of the DNA. The ends of the newly synthesized DNA are sealed or ligated by the enzyme DNA ligase. I repeat the point, just listen again very carefully. By the addition of 4-deoxyribonucleoside triphosphate, what is called as DNTPs, 4 DNTPs, and DNA polymerase, preferentially clinofragment or clinopolymerase, the replication occurs. Thus, the oligonucleotide primer is extended to form a complementary strand of the DNA. The ends of the newly synthesized DNA are sealed by the enzyme DNA ligase, and the reaction now we are calling it as DNA ligase, bringing out ligation. Reaction, that is formation of phosphodiester bond. The ends of the newly synthesized DNA are sealed by the enzyme DNA ligase. The next point, if you go, the double-stranded DNA containing the mismatched nucleotides is introduced into E. coli by transformation. So transformation is a procedure where you will introduce a new naked DNA inside a bacterial cell. So you are bringing out changes in a double-stranded molecule within the test tube. You're transforming it inside a cell, host organism, to bring about its replication. So E. coli is the host cell used here. So the mismatched base containing vector molecule is introduced or transformed into Escherichia coli cell. The infected E. coli cell produce M13 virus particle containing either the original wild type sequence or the mutant sequence. 50-50 ratio is what we have to obtain theoretically, and practical difficulty ana usually 1 to 5% we will obtain the success rate. I repeat the okay, the next point we will also go. The virus particles are obtained by plaque assay. There is a technique called as plaque assay in which you will obtain virus particle. So I repeat the slide. By the addition of 4 DNTPs and clinopolymerase replication occurs. Thus, the oligonucleotide primer is extended to form a complementary strand of the DNA. The ends of the newly synthesized DNA are sealed by the enzyme DNA ligase. The double-stranded DNA containing the mismatched nucleotides is introduced into E. coli by transformation. The infected E. coli cells produce M13 virus particle containing either the original wild-type sequence or the mutant sequence. The virus particles are obtained by plaque assay. Theoretically, it is expected that half of the Faj M13 particles should carry wild-type sequence, while the other half mutant sequence, since the DNA replicates semi-conservatively. But in actual practice, due to technical reasons, only 1 to 5% of the viruses with mutated sequences are recovered. The double-stranded DNAs of M13 are isolated. The mutated genes are cut with restriction enzymes, ligated to a plasmid vector of E. coli. The altered protein is produced in the Escherichia coli cell, which can be isolated and purified on later stages. I repeat the slide. Theoretically, it is expected that half of the Faj M13 particles should carry wild-type sequence, while the other half mutant sequence, since the DNA molecule replicates semi-conservatively. But in actual practice, due to technical reasons, only 1 to 5% of the viruses with mutated sequences are recovered. The double-stranded DNAs of M13 are isolated from the Escherichia coli cell. The mutated genes are cut with restriction enzymes, ligated again to a plasmid vector of E. coli, and it is introduced into E. coli. The altered protein is produced in the host Escherichia coli cell, which can be isolated and purified on the later stages. So what are the variations in oligonucleotide-directed mutagenesis? So in the slide in our describe again you come into the right hand picture. You have A, B, C here, which is of 3 different procedures. You can bring about the changes either by bringing mutant oligonucleotide with multiple point mutations. அதாவது ஒண்ணுத்துக்கு மேல ஒரு பாயிண்ட் மியூட்டேஷன் கொண்டு வந்தீங்கன்னாலும் பாசிபிலிட்டி இருக்கு. புது சீக்வென்ஸை இன்ட்ரோடியூஸ் பண்ணலாம், இல்லனா புது சீக்வென்ஸ் பழைய சீக்வென்ஸை டெலீட் பண்ணியும் சேஞ்சஸ் கொண்டு வரலாம். ரைட்? So variations in oligonucleotide directed mutagenesis can be brought out by 3 different methodology based on the situation that it demands. Number 1 is multiple point mutagenesis. Number 2, insertion mutagenesis. Number 3 is deletion mutagenesis. Now come to the left hand side. Variations in oligonucleotide directed mutagenesis. There are small or where there are some variations in use in the oligonucleotide directed mutagenesis as the situation demands. Multiple point mutagenesis. Oligonucleotide directed mutagenesis can be used to create DNAs with multiple point mutation with the requisite number of base mismatches. If you look into the right hand side, A, M13 vector, the circular DNA molecule, you have a target DNA. Underneath to the target DNA, you have mutant oligonucleotide with the 3 different base mismatch. So, ஒண்ணுத்துக்கு மேல point mismatch இருந்ததுன்னா you call it as multiple point mutagenesis. The second one you have is the insertion mutagenesis. You are introducing a new site or a new nucleotide to it. In this case, the mutant oligonucleotide carries a sequence to be inserted, that is sandwiched between 2 sites with complementary sequences. This can bind with the target DNA on either side. So you are looking to the right side diagram B, again M13 target DNA, you have sequence to be inserted. You have a sequence that is having an intervening bulge in between, which is a newly introduced or inserted sequence. And the other one will be complementary to the target DNA. Single match mismatch பண்றனால the diagram is given like that. In this case, the mutant oligonucleotide carries a sequence to be inserted that is sandwiched between two sites with complementary sequences. This can bind with the target DNA on the either side. Deletion mutagenesis. The mutant oligonucleotide binds to two separate sites on either side of the target DNA. This enables a small portion of target DNA to be deleted. So tDNA லே பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு deletion sequence இருக்கிற மாதிரி ஒரு bulging insertional bulging போட்டிருப்பாங்க. அந்த sequence நமக்கு வேண்டாம், அதை delete பண்ணணும். So you will synthesize oligonucleotide with the deleted sequence so that hybridization doesn't occur in that particular site. Is the C diagram you have. The C right hand side C அப்படின்னு போட்டிருக்க diagram அதுதான். I repeat, deletion mutagenesis. The mutant oligonucleotide binds to two separate sites on either side of the target DNA. This enables a small position of target DNA to be deleted. I'll repeat the entire slide. Insertion mutagenesis. In this case, the mutant oligonucleotide carries a sequence to be inserted that is sandwiched between two sites with complementary sequences. This can bind with the target DNA on either side. Deletion mutagenesis. The mutant oligonucleotide binds to two separate sites on either side of the target DNA. This enables a small position of target DNA to be deleted.